Hi guys, I decided to make this YouTube video because I looked all over the internet to find what would happen if someone dropped something in the gas tank of my KTM. So I couldn't find anything anywhere. Well, I did it. I was installing this, this is the back assembly. I'm planning on installing this rack. Well, on the rack, after you cut your holes, there are these little spacers that have to go through, basically to hold the rack up properly on the back of the bike. Well, I'm just lucky I even saw it, but this thing, as I'm working, I had the gas tank cap off, and shink, it went right down the gas tank. So the first thing you do, if you're working on the top of your bike, put the gas cap back on, plug it with a rag or something. Don't let this happen. This mud flap is located up under here too, and you definitely have to take this mud flap off. Well, I had to siphon the gas out too. I had to siphon the gas out because when you take this little door off on the bottom of the tank, all the liquid, of course, will spill out. So I was able to use just some normal 1/8 inch irrigation tubing. See it there on the floor next to the gas tank? It was actually quite easy. I put it in the top of the tank and kind of fished it down to as close as I could to the bottom. I did get a mouthful of gas a couple times. That's just part of the dangers. Be very careful there. You don't want to get any of that in your lungs. That's quite dangerous. So I was able to siphon out the gas, and then I could take that plate off. Once I took the plate off, there was hardly anything that came out. So guys, here's what it looks like before and after you start taking that unit out. It's hard to get to. I think if you took the back wheel off, it actually might be a lot easier to do. I didn't want to take the back tire off. This is the tank on the inside fender wall. Down at the bottom, you've got a little door. 4 bolts. Well, KTM in their ultimate wisdom decided to put in the fuel pump and the fuel filter inside the gas tank. So this is what it looks like. I've taken the little door off and I've pulled this assembly out. And actually, there's a little cover that goes on top of that fuel tank. That's this. So from the bottom, this is what you see sticking out of the tank. This goes on the inside. Well, you have to be very careful with these tubes, wires. I got it out, but the problem is you can't get your fingers into this hole and get down to the bottom of the tank. I tried for a couple hours. I tried with wires. I tried with tape. There's nothing I could find that sticks once you get gasoline on it, especially to a slippery stainless surface. Stainless steel. Magnets won't work. So I could get my finger in there, and I decided, okay, well, maybe I've got to take the back tire off. Taking the tank off is a major problem. A lot of work. So I got my girlfriend down here. She has smaller fingers, and she was actually able to get in there and pull that thing out. I can tell you that a normal-sized guy, their fingers won't fit in there. So that's what you got to do. You take this bottom part off, tilt the bike any way you can, and then get your girlfriend to reach in there, because I couldn't find anything that would pick up something like a screw. You can get one finger in there. If you had a screw, you might be able to stab it into your finger so that it sticks a little bit and drag it out. That's possible. But it's a big deal. Don't drop anything in your gas tank. After looking at this pump and the case that goes on it, once this is sealed up in there, the only place that it can suck gas is this little hole, and on the other side, this little hole. Well, you know, heat can build up inside these chambers. I think what I'm going to do is drill out a couple holes strategically so you don't hit anything important inside here. That little cap in the bottom is a filter, by the way, which fits thus inside the shell and filters out any particles. But if the only place this thing can really suck gas is that little clip where this leg goes on, the clip hole at the top, or these little bitty breather holes, I think I can improve the ability of this pump to get more liquid easily and dissipate heat by putting a few more holes in there, because this filter is actually what takes care of any particles. So I think I'm going to do that. Make sure you get all the burls off and make it nice and clean. Let's see how it works. Alright guys, yeah, with the use of a drill, I think it was a 1/16 inch bit. Well, here's what I got. I increased the number of holes in this unit so that it'll have a better flow. And of course I cleaned and got rid of any burls or anything like that, but I think it's going to have a better flow into where that pump is than the way KTM had it designed. We'll see how it works. Okay guys, here it is assembled. Now, one thing I did see on the internet was a lot of people, they said that, you know, this filter needs to be replaced from time to time. I've only got 1,000 miles on the bike, so I'm not going to replace this. But the gas tube right here, I've seen people use submersible regular gas hose, and it's pretty easy to do. And I don't understand why somebody hadn't figured a way to just put this filter on the outside. If there's a gas line somewhere on the outside, I don't know why that filter couldn't go there. It'd make it a lot easier. Well, I'm going to try and put all this back in, seal it up, and we'll see what we got. But I got to warn you, putting that thing back in, it's almost impossible not to kink the fuel hose. I read this somewhere on the internet that does happen commonly, but try the best you can to not kink it. I can certainly see why people want to replace that ribbed hose so that it doesn't kink. We'll get this thing going. I'll work on the rack, which was the original project, start it up, and after I put some more gas in, and see how it does. Okay, oh my God. Well, I got it on there. This is what it looks like. I don't have the seat, of course, or anything else on. Looks pretty good. I know you can do this. You can take the original passenger handles, and there is a way with longer screws you can put them on top too, which I don't know, stands up a little higher than I think I would like, so I'm not going to put those on. I think I got enough room to strap anything I want, and I'm not carrying 2 passengers. I'm not going 2 up anyway. So there you have it, folks. Moral of the story, always have that gas tank plugged when you're working on anything up here. Ciao.